Okay, you ready? Yesterday was a beautiful day. Okay? We had one moment of greatness. Look at this. This is what it's like switching games. This is also why the video format that I'm doing now is about more just talking about shit with my audience. It's because this is what happens when you rely on one game and it goes to shit. And I would really hope that anybody that wants to get into YouTube learns this lesson. So this is what happens. People that are only subscribed for what you do, how you play a game, whatever. When that time comes that you want to do something else, this is what happens. So that's like every day. But yesterday, there's a +7. I haven't seen a plus. I haven't seen a plus on my YouTube in months. I haven't seen a single plus. I've only seen negatives. But yesterday I saw hope. I saw hope, dude. I saw a light at the end of the League of Legends hate tunnel. It was like, it's like imagine being 5,000 pounds. And then like you try to like, it's like being 5,000 pounds, having to lose weight, and then you have to gain it back again. You know what I mean? You got to trim all that fat so you can get new fat in. But the fat that was there before doesn't love you. It only loves the game that you played. That's pretty much how it is. I don't really see it any other way. They just like the game that you played. And then when you go to a new game, they're just like, yo, fuck this guy. Because people get weird. So you better make them like you for you. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make more videos just talking to my fans and like being more, just treating it more like a talk show, less like it's all about the game itself. I say I'll play with anybody that donates. It's fine. You just have to let me know that that's what you want. It's no problem. I missed Siggy Marley's donation. Even your best league videos, you were talking about issues. Mo, those are the best. Yeah, man. I mean, the thing is, it's not like, okay, the way I view it is, the stuff that I was complaining about with League, like, I'm trying to think of a time where I was just like radical and stupid about something. I think that the most radical and stupid that I ever was with making League content, there wasn't really a point, was there? The only thing that some people got really offended by was when I said that Civ HD's content was a joke. And like some people were offended and they're like, dude, it's not all about educational stuff or like skill-based stuff. And I think that was my first shot or dose of reality in how content and shit works on YouTube. Imagine you're me, right? Imagine I was so naive when I started doing this stuff. Imagine you're me and you want to make a channel and you understand gaming as, in your mind, if someone plays a competitive game, you understand gaming as like whoever is the best at the game has the most right to talk about the game from like a balance perspective, or has a right to make montages, or that's how I viewed it when I started, which again, it was super naive of me to think, because when I started doing this, what always blew my mind was when like I would make content and then I would look over and somebody else was making shit, and it was like someone was giving advice that didn't have any credentials. When like someone was making a montage that just like was beating up like basically.
Is that a 20?
And people would eat
I must
that
wet
shit
some
up,
money
like,
for
eat
Yan
it up
ruining
as
the
if
talking
it were-
XD.
As if it were like really good content. Like they would consume it like it was good content and it wasn't just like disingenuous content. So it was kind of like it was kind of weird when I started growing in League. I never really grew that fast because I never really, and I don't know if I'm just if I'm incapable of just doing the act, if I'm incapable of just like pretending. I don't know what it is, but like I never really could get behind the idea of just making like garbage and feeling good about it. And it always rubbed me the wrong way because I feel like the people that make that type of stuff, I feel like they're just kind of like they're like con artists. And it's like, yeah, it's a video game, so it doesn't really matter. Like nothing really matters of whether or not they're, you know what I mean, whether or not the content that they make is like legitimately, you know, they're placing people legitimate skill or whatever. Thanks XJ9 for, or not XJ9 for the sub. Bang bangs in chat. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Dark. Is like maybe some people think they're better than they are. And that's it. It's just my metric. It's like it's basically why I say I was naive in that like I put an imaginary line on like the standards of content, but my line of the standard of content is not anybody, like 99% of the people, as evidenced by, you know, the types of views I got, the types of shares that my videos got. My standard of what makes good content is not even close to being what people want. Like it's not really what people want. Is because I think that was my first realization that people are fucking dumb. Like people are just dumb. And that's not even people are going to think that I'm like, I think I had higher expectations for people is what it is. And that, I mean, honest to God, like I'm not even trying to be a dick. I think as I got older, I realized that like people by and large are really fucking dumb. And like finding people that relate to me as a content creator is actually one of the more difficult tasks, because every time that I go, and that's the thing, and people think that if you think that I'm sitting here pretending that I'm smart, I literally think I'm dumb in so many ways. People constantly impress me. I mean, anytime I meet somebody, I'm always impressed because it's guaranteed they know more shit about something than me. I'm just saying that the general like audience of people is just stupid, like so stupid, like incredibly brain dead to a point. All I have to do is go, and this was another reason why I was doing more of the talk type of videos, is because all you have to do is go down my comments on League videos. Like, I'm not saying if you're bad at a game either, by the way. I don't give a fuck. It's just like if you're bad at the game, recognize when someone's good at the game, or recognize when someone's content is dog shit or whatever, but they can't because they're too stupid. You go through comments on like old League videos, and it will burn your brain. Like your brain, you will leave with but you will leave that experience with like a dumber brain. Your brain will get dumber. I have no other way to put it. I can't stress it enough. Like, and people are like, well, it's kids. And it's like, but I wasn't this dumb when I was a kid. See what I mean? Like, it's not even an age thing. Like, it can't be. It can't be. It's just people are fucking really dumb. And they're everywhere. And there's really a lot more dummies. Like, the dummies outnumber the not so dumb. And it's just like, and they're mobilized, I think. Like, they're like mobilized. I know I sound like a fucking conspiracy theorist, but it's like, it's a weird time because like dummies are actually mobilized. Like, you get a guy on Twitch with a massive following making garbage, and he can mobilize those dummies. Like, he can like shape a game dev's like direction, like balance direction and everything. Like, it's crazy. Just the amount of stupid out there. Like, that's what it's about on YouTube, man. That's what it's about. Like, it's like powerful. It's like getting powerful. All you have to do is look at the current situation with Epic Games. I don't even have to talk politics, right? You just look at Epic Games, how the game's being ran, balanced in the tournaments. It's like, oh, if you're popular, we're going to give you a spot on a tournament if you were like super popular. However, don't you dare start saying some dumb shit about Epic Games too much, because then we're just not going to invite you to tournaments. That's what we're going to do. We're going to keep you away from that scene. Don't you do that. And I've seen it already a couple times with some of the content creators out there. It's like, don't you do it, or we're going to make it harder for you to participate in our game. And we want you saying, only positive things about the game, and we're counting on you people who have amassed a group of dummies. We want you to propel all the dummies into our game. And before you know it, someone like me who comes along and is like, hey guys, this isn't really like a competition. This is more just like whose popular streamer beat another popular streamer in a really jacked up RNG fest. Then all the dummies come at me in my comments. I've already seen it. The dummies come at me and they're like, you're just mad because you weren't in the tournament. You're just mad because you're not so-and-so. And it's like, I mean, yeah, I'm totally mad, because I think that, even if I am or am not better at the game, the fact is that I was not given an equal chance based on really nothing, just who I was at the time that you announced the tournament, the money, or whether or not we suck up to Epic Games. So, yeah, like, I know I kind of got off topic, like, but I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated in the psychology. I'm not bitching. It's more of just like I'm just fascinated. Always fascinated by it. So people wonder, why the YouTube, the direction of the videos. I see some occasional people in there is like, well, we want to see your high skill games where you get a bunch of kills. And it's like, yeah, but put yourself in my position. No one really cares if I drop 20 plus games, because what they're going to do is they're going to go to Tfue, they're going to go to Ninja, they're going to go to High Distortion, they're going to go to whoever is the flavor of the month streamer who does that. They're not going to look, because they're the most popular, so therefore they are the best at the high kill stuff. Like, it doesn't matter what I do. So for me, the natural progression was, I'm just going to go ahead and start talking about real life stuff while playing the game and chill out and, try to find my own space in the community, because it's very clear that there is no space right now for competitive. It's depressing. It's not really what I got into gaming for, but I do like chatting with you guys, and I am obsessed with like psychology and talking about stuff and telling stories and stuff. I do enjoy it. It's not like I don't enjoy it. So it's not like it's a terrible, it's not like it's a terrible calibration or anything. Yeah, exactly, Hadro, exactly. It's not to even say, like, I think Tfue's great. I think he's a great player. And in fact, he's one of the players that I like the most, purely off of the fact that he keeps it real. Like, if he sees some dumb shit happening in a tournament, he bitches about it. And it pisses people off because he's not like super positive. You know what I'm saying? That he's super positive, but at the same time, it's like, a lot of the time, I appreciate it because I'm just sitting here like, thank God. Because there's so many people in the Fortnite community that just don't, like, when dumb shit's happening, they just don't say anything because they want more millions. And they just they don't step up and it's like, dude, this is bullshit. This is not gaming. This is not competitive. This is trash. I'm not going to play your game if you keep making this trash shit. I'm going to take my 1 million followers or whatever and play another game until you fix this trash shit. What in the fuck are you doing to your game? And they just won't. They just won't do it because they're so scared. They're so scared to be real. It's like they're not wearing clown masks, but they're pretty much clowns to me. That's what I mean when I say I respect like Tfue and guys that are good at the game, and they're also not pandering, and they're not just sucking the teat like, oh yeah, this is great. I love losing to a PlayStation player in a tournament of skill. Thank you. I love that. Like, what the fuck? Wow, what a great player. GG to him. I'm sure he is great. Yeah. Would you continue doing the type of content you're doing now if your income from that normalizes to the point where you feel comfortable, or would you like it more if you got more competitive? I don't know. I don't know what I want. I just know that what I am in Fortnite is not really sustainable, but the direction that I'm going looks pretty good. And that's all I care about is I don't want to have to rely. I guess the long story short is here. I don't want to rely on a game dev to make me happy with the game, because it's actually been proven that there's so many dummies out there, and there's so many like sketchy, like the dummy mobilization thing that I was talking about, that I literally cannot rely on it. If the game gets better and they add custom lobbies, which they probably won't for over 6 months, I'm predicting. If I'm wrong, I'd love to be wrong. Like, I can't rely on them making the game for me anymore. Like, it's not about me. The market actually has been taken over by dummies, and I cannot survive as a gamer because the dummies are actually pushing out competitive stuff. They don't care. They do not care. They could watch damn near any stupid competition as long as their favorite streamers are in it. They do not give a shit. Like, it's ridiculous. The truth is, even if we found a format that was like Fortnite competitive at its core, unless the streamers were there, people would watch it less because the audience is so dumb. It's been dumbed down. No one cares about who's good. All I have to say is, look, if we did an NBA, if we did like the NBA with like Kim Kardashian, Dave Chappelle, and fucking Kevin Hart and Kanye West and Taylor Swift, it's literally like, it's like that. If we did NBA games, did that, and then everyone paraded around Kanye West as the best basketball player in all of basketball, and all the basketball players who are actually good at basketball is like, shit, I'd like to play. And it's like, no, you don't get to play. We get to watch Kanye West shit all over Taylor Swift. Or maybe Taylor Swift, because the bitch is so tall, she just starts swatting people out. Just fucking left and right. Shake it off. Just smacking the ball out. It is a good analogy. It's spot on. It would be, imagine you have all those basketball players sitting on the sidelines being like, man, I'd really like to showcase that I'm not trash at basketball, but unfortunately the only way that I can play basketball is if the guys that run the NBA let me play with Taylor Swift. That's what they're doing. That's literally what's happening. It's not an exaggeration. It's exactly what they're happening. They're building up these personalities to be, and they're not only building them up to be popular personalities, they're trying to sell this idea that these same personalities are like the best players. And it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Some are decent. Most aren't. When you're throwing console players in a PC or at a PC tournament, I mean, it's over. It's gone. And all I'm doing, and even when I say this, all I get is comments saying, well, it's the same. It's the same game. It's the same competition. Dude, it's not. Like, come on, man. You're kidding yourself.